Hello there, everybody. How are you all doing today? Here we go. Moving on to 2005 of E3. E3 2005.
Yeah.
Should be a good year. Now, I know at the end of the show floor, I made mention, at least I think it was the show floor, I made mention of like, oh man, 2005, is that the meme year? I looked it up. No, it's not actually the meme year. I think the meme year is 2006. So unfortunately, but we'll see. I don't think this is the meme year though.
Yeah.
So might need to wait a little bit on that one. So I did look up some stuff on the order of which these may came out, just like I did with the previous year. I think it goes Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo. So we're gonna see. That's my best guess. I know Nintendo comes last. The other two I'm not 100% sure on. But I feel like I can make a bit of an educated guess on that.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
So I also didn't forget the stats for this year. I did remember. So for E3 2005, once again at the LA Convention Center, went through May 18th through the 20th. And it had actually the highest E3 attendance record at 70,000 people.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so we will not get that many ever again, apparently. So this year may be a really great E3 if it had that many people, or maybe it'll be poo-poo. And people will be like, man, why did I come here? Alright. So we're going to start off with E3 2005 with the Microsoft press conference. Should be pretty good. Once again, thank you to Adam Washington, who I believe uploaded the 2004 one, I think.
I think so.
Now, Megan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what's this? What am I looking at?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be either. Is that a light fixture? No, it's on the screen. Okay.
I was like, quality on this one not looking quite as good.
Yeah, that's gonna happen though.
Oh, yeah. So who's this?
Hello, and my name is Kim.
Oh, thank you,
I'm
Kim.
here to start you on a journey into the future of entertainment. It's a future where I am always at the center of a world of experiences that include my games and my friends. It's a future where my games are always personalized to match my desires.
I have a muffin, by the way, so if anybody hears me eating, I apologize. I'll try to keep it down.
I care about most. That future starts right here, right now.
Whoa, the 360!
Whoa! That's pretty cool.
I did enjoy the 360 a lot as a console.
This is my Xbox.
So we're getting into the next gen already.
Here, and it's on.
Yeah.
No red ring, though. That's unrealistic.
Yeah.
So, just for those that don't know, because I know some people may be too young to remember, or too young to know the struggle. But the Xbox 360, good console, right? Because I loved mine. I probably played mine the most. That was probably my most played console of that gen. But also had a very finicky issue where sometimes it would just stop working. Right? Which isn't good. Where for no reason it would give you a red ring of death. That's what we called it.
Yeah.
Where it would give you, like, I think 3 lights where the power light would be. 3 red lights, and that would indicate some sort of, like, hardware failure, I think. And you couldn't do anything to fix it. You had to send it in. Mine happened... I did actually get it. I was a victim of the red ring of death. And, I always like telling the story. Because, what was it? I think... Let me think here. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm getting my dates correct. Shoot, maybe I'm not. Oh wait, no, it was like 2 separate occasions, I think, actually. So okay, so what happened? Okay, so I got the red ring twice, I think. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Never mind. I'll tell a story anyway. Okay. Anyway, I'll make. Okay, time for it to be coherent. Okay, we're going into coherent mode now that I remember everything. So, my 360, really good. Like I say, I love the console. I was waiting for Grand Theft Auto 4 to come out. Right? Really excited, really hyped up for it. I'm like, oh, GTA 4, because I love the previous GTAs, right? So I'm like, oh, GTA 4 is going to be so good. Oh, it looks so good. And then the game releases, and I go to play it, and my 360 red rings. I had to send it in, and I could not play GTA 4 until I think, like, roughly a month later, I think. It was very painful. It was very, very painful. And that's really unfortunate. And then, funnily enough, see, you'd wonder why, like, I say it's my favorite console of the gen, considering how much it broke on me. Because it, like, it broke on me again many, many, many years later, actually. Around the time of Mass Effect 3, I believe.
Okay.
I think it was Mass Effect 3. And I'm playing it, I'm enjoying Mass Effect 3. I'm like, I'm going to take a break. I'm just going to take a little bit of a break. And I go back, I go to play it. My hard drive is dead for the 360. Completely dead. I then say, I'll fix it later. And it took me many years to actually get a replacement hard drive. Like, to put it into perspective, like, I didn't get a new hard drive until my friend, one of my friends, Hannah, actually moved in. And it wasn't because, you know, I bought one. She just had a spare, and she's like, do you want it? And I was like, sure. Right?
Yeah, that's funny.
And that's the only reason my 360 is fixed right now. Well, that's not true, because it's still actually broken, because I need to get new cables for it. See what I mean? The 360 was very prone to breaking, apparently. Even now, I can't escape it.
I think you just got unlucky with the cords. But,
probably.
Yeah, the rest of it, that's really unfortunate. Because, I mean, I had similar issues with my PS3, where, like, we tried to change out the hard drive, and then that hard drive started failing, so I had issues with that for a while until I eventually put the manufactured 60GB back inside. And then I also had an issue with my old fat PS3 where my disk drive like completely died while I was in the middle of playing Sly Cooper. Yeah, so we had to get a new PS3, which is the one I have now.
That does suck.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for anyone who's watching this. Yeah, we're only like a minute and a half like in the video. We're only like 8 minutes of recording time. So I'm sorry about that, but look, it's relevant. I want to say I like the console, okay?
Yeah.
Even though it breaks on me. I want to explain the Red Ring of Death, especially because I don't know how many people even know about that anymore, like especially like the younger generation, right?
Yeah, no, I think it's an important point to bring up because I mean, the Xbox 360 was a really impressive console at the time, but it was a manufacturing defect that cost Microsoft billions of dollars, and they basically had no choice but to fix it, or the Xbox brand was dead.
Yeah, exactly right.
So I think it's important to mention. So I wouldn't be surprised if later E3s, if they make like a subtle joke about it.
Probably. I also want to point this out too, right? Notice how we're talking about 360? Where's my gameplay footage of anything? It's just people around dancing for some reason. Like, where's my gameplay of anything, Microsoft?
I will say, I did like that little effect they had with the lights on the ceiling where it had like the green ring like it has on the controller. That's really smart.
I mean, that is kind of cool. Or do you mean on the floor?
On the ceiling, like on the previous shot.
Okay. I'll see if I can notice it.
Yeah.
So it's not perfect dark. We know how that went. Oh yeah, that. Okay, that's cool. You're right.
Yeah.
But so you can see the vibe that 360 is once again, like Microsoft is once again giving. Well, Camille, but actually Camille. It's about to
we really need to pick up that game because, like, the more I see it in here, the more interested I am in playing it.
I mean, yeah,
and
we should
I
pick
assume
it up.
It's a cheap game.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's cheap. Oh, Gears. Marcus Phoenix? Man, really? They're putting Bender on there already? Well, you can change the face plates. I forgot. That was another big thing with the 360. So here, you can customize the face plates.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they sold like face plates that you could just snap on and like put back on. Snap off, put on.
That's interesting. I wonder if they didn't sell very well.
Welcome to the future of gaming. We're here tonight to offer new ways to experience games and entertainment, to redefine what it means to have fun.
Tonight, I'm here to tell you about a new product. It's inspired by the creative power of the individual and driven by the passion of a worldwide community. With Xbox 360, we've created technology that will enable people from every age and every corner of the planet to gather together in new ways. It's a product that'll bridge vast distances through shared stories and shared experiences. A product with games at its core, surrounded by limitless, connected digital entertainment.
All right.
And tonight, I'm going to show you a world of games that are fueled by high-definition graphics and sound. A world powered by a new generation of video games inspired by human creativity and driven by human energy. It is a world where our partners will create unbelievable game experiences that will transform the very idea of entertainment.
Okay, coming off strong. I can appreciate.
Tonight we stand at a watershed moment in the history of entertainment. We are here to celebrate the launch of the world's most powerful game platform, Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is an entertainment experience that revolves around you and will take us all in to the next generation. In the next generation, Xbox 360 will transform the way people play games and have fun. In the next generation, video games will become an essential component of global pop culture. In the next generation, this industry will reach an audience many times larger than we've ever dreamed of. Now, we've traveled a long way since we stood on stage 4 years ago at E3 to tell you about our plans for a new console.
Man, we were there.
We were.
Since then, we've gone from 0 customers to more than 20 million. From never having created a console game to unleashing Halo 2, which enjoyed the single largest day in entertainment history.
Yeah, forget about Blinks, am I right?
Or Blinks. Never stood a chance.
Not just gaming industry, entertainment history. $125 million in one single day. 4 years ago, Microsoft had never sold a game console at retail. Last Christmas holiday season, Xbox was the #1 selling console in North America. 3 years ago, we announced our plans to expand gameplay through the power of online gaming. Today, I'm delighted to announce that at the end of next month, 2 million subscribers will be online with Xbox Live.
That's quite a lot for the time.
That is a lot, yeah.
Great games, an unbelievable ecosystem of partners, the industry's leading online game service, expanding market share. Together, we've built a global multi-billion-dollar business. It includes the world's leading developers, publishers, retailers, technology companies, broadband providers, and consumer brands. Now, ultimately, our success is rooted in games. And Xbox is setting new standards with powerhouse franchises like Splinter Cell, Dead or Alive, Project Gotham Racing, Fable, Knights of the Old Republic, and Halo. In 2005,
very good.
Xbox is the fastest growing platform for game sales. Right now, 6 of the top 10 selling games are Xbox titles. And gamers can expect more than 200 new Xbox titles this year, with hundreds more in 2006 and beyond. So let's take a look at some of the new titles coming to Xbox in 2005.
Okay, what do we got? Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2.
That's
Okay.
right. Ported to console.
Good luck out there, buddy.
Thanks,
I was
Barney.
surprised it only took them like a year to port it.
Yeah, right. MotoGP 2.
That's pretty cool.
It's a bit fuzzy, so I'm gonna try to read it out. Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man. Oh, that's such a good Spider-Man game.
I never played it, but I do have it now. Full Spectrum Warrior.
Yep.
And you've told me it's really
Yeah.
good.
It's fun. Like, I wouldn't say it's as good as Spider-Man 2, but it's a very unique Spider-Man game because you have like a bunch of sections where you can play as Venom, which are really cool, and it's done in this very unique art style with like the comic book art style.
I mean, that is pretty cool. Like, I do like that. I do like that aspect about it.
Yeah.
Man, I need to play that sometime.
You do. I'd love to watch you play it.
This one I wasn't too sure what it was. But then I saw Tak and the Great GG Challenge. I'm like, okay. Man, you know, Tak is a really interesting one. I didn't mention this when we saw the first Tak game, right?
Yeah.
But I found it really interesting how Tak was like here and it left a mark and then it just kind of disappeared. Right?
Yeah.
Because Tak was like a game I remember a lot of people talking about and then just not existing anymore. And it's kind of funny because I imagine a fair few people probably associate Tak more with like Nickelodeon now than they probably do with video games. Because they had that like show for a bit, right?
Oh yeah, they did.
They did. And I think Tak even appears in like one of the Nickelodeon Brawl games, I think. I don't know which one.
I think so.
Which is really funny to me. You know?
That is. Like, I never played the original games. I would be curious to pick them up because, I mean, I do like my 3D platformers, so I think it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll need to pick up Tak sometime.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be too expensive.
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins. See, I don't know much about this Batman game.
I remember liking it when I played it.
Okay.
But I was also young when I played it, so, yeah, who knows. I was an idiot back then. As
we
I
all
mentioned
were.
numerous times. So, you know, I remember enjoying it. Hitman Blood Money. I like Blood Money. LA
Rush?
LA Rush? LA Racing? Oh, shoot, which one's this? That one's really hard.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I see the word total in the middle.
You're right. Hold on. Google Images, can you help me here?
I don't know, that's really blurry. I don't know if Google will be able to help.
It's really blurry, but I don't know, man. Google Images has impressed me. So let me see here. Okay. Well, it's definitely not Fable 3. It's definitely not any of
No.
these. Which game is that? I don't know.
I guess we'll maybe have to see if it pops up again.
Yeah. Blitz the League. I like Blitz the League. One of my favorite football games, actually. Blam! So violent.
NASCAR.
NASCAR. What's that? Angels of the Pacific. I think
Nice.
Angels of the Pacific? I don't remember. It's something of the Pacific, I'm pretty sure. Which I think is an arcade, like, World War II flight game?
I believe so.
Indigo Prophecy.
Indigo Prophecy! Oh!
You
I love those
love Indigo Prophecy. I've never played it.
Like, it's not the best game. I just really like David Cage games because they're ridiculous. And that one's, like, even more ridiculous than, like, Heavy Rain or Detroit or even Beyond Two Souls. Like, it's such a weird, quirky game. Like, I do really want to see you play it sometime. I think it'd be really interesting.
See, I wanted to play the game for ages, but I've never gotten around to it. So I really should. I should give it a shot sometime.
You should.
Now, which one's that?
Scooby-Doo?
Oh, Scooby-Doo Unmasked.
Okay.
Oh, and Kids Next Door.
Ah, okay. I forgot about that one.
I don't know.
I would say I don't recognize it, but it looks really cool.
Time Hornet? Is that what it says? That's so hard. Okay, I'm
Twin
kind of
Hornet, maybe?
Twin Hornet? Maybe. Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, no, Google Pro isn't gonna help with this one either.
Yeah.
Let's see. video game. I'm gonna say Time Hornet and just see what I get. No, I'm not getting it. Oh man, what game is that? I may need. I mean, I don't think there's any better like conferences. I'm pretty sure all the ones I have in this playlist are probably the best quality I can get. And with 2005, yeah. I mean, I expect things to be blurry.
We might just have to wait until we look at the show floor.
True. Yeah, that might be the best one.
Total Destruction, maybe?
That may have been Total Destruction, which I think I remember. Oh, that's it's not Stubbs the Zombie. Oh no, is it? Oh, it is Stubbs the Zombie, I think. Rebel Without a Cause.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I never played Stubbs the Zombie, but I've always wanted to. It always looked really
Battlefield
good.
2?
Battlefield 2 or 3?
I think it's 2.
It says Modern Combat. This is...
I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure on that one either. Live and Reloaded. Yeah, Conquer. Burnout Revenge.
Oh, nice.
I love the Burnout games. Really good. No, this is Blazing Angels. Well, I don't know what the other one was then. I guess I was right. A Blazing Angels game did come out. I'm pretty sure this is Blazing Angels.
The Incredible Hulk.
Oh, the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I heard so many good things about Ultimate Destruction.
Oh, Crash Tag Team Racing. That game was interesting.
How come it has platforming elements if it's a racing game?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna say. The racing is basically Mario Kart Double Dash. You can pair up with people, but like they each had their own individual powers and stuff. So like it was generally good to pair with specific people. But like in the hub world, they had platforming elements where you can get different like coins and collectibles and stuff. It was very weird. Not a really good game. I played it on PSP. I thought it was okay. Maybe one day I'll get it on PS2 and play it again. But yeah, they were clearly trying to keep the Crash stuff, but also copy Double Dash.
I see. See, my question is, why coins and not Wumpa Fruit?
I don't know, because I want to say you can still get Wumpa Fruit, but there's also coins. I think the whole idea is that you were like at this theme park, and like, I don't know if it was Engine or Cortex or some other bad guy. They took over the theme park, and you kind of have to buy to unlock different gates for different attractions, which are the different hub worlds. But like, yeah, it doesn't make sense that it's not Wumpa Fruit.
Weird. But sounds interesting though. I forgot about Tag Team Racing.
Yeah, time
shifter, yeah. I don't know much about this game, but I think you've talked to me about it before.
I don't know a lot about it either, because I've never played it. But I've heard it's good.
Destroy
All Humans! Oh, I love this game!
Yeah,
such a fun game.
It's a good one. I don't think I ever finished it, which is really interesting. But I did remember playing it.
Yeah, I played it a lot as a kid. Like I probably replayed through the game like 5 or 6 times, and like back when I discovered cheat codes were a thing and I used them more, I would go in and just like get myself unlimited psi powers and just kind of mess with people. It was kind of fun.
That's always fun. Yeah, Destroy All Humans is a really good game.
Yeah, really fun game. Remake is really good too.
Harry Potter
and the Goblet of Fire.
They have a Charlie and Chocolate Factory game?
That's I didn't realize they had one.
Probably Yo, football!
Not. Madden 2005?
Mortal Kombat. I don't know which one. Shaolin Monks. Oh yeah, Shaolin Monks is weird. I think this is when they tried to get into like beat 'em up kind of games, because this is more like a beat 'em up style game. I think he plays like Kung Lao and I think Liu Kang. I think.
Okay.
Lara Croft. Tomb Raider Legend. Okay. Lara Croft getting kind of a resurgence now, actually, with the remakes recently coming out.
Yeah, I'm curious on like when we're gonna get another one, assuming we get another one, because I know Shadow of the Tomb Raider didn't do super well, and that came out like 5.5 years ago, roughly.
Yeah, I'd be kind of curious. I think we will get one. Oh, Shrek Super Slam.
Yeah.
Hockey, of course. Counter-Strike?
That might be Counter-Strike, yeah. The original Counter-Strike.
This is Global Terror. So I'm
or
not too sure.
Conflict Global Terror?
It might be Conflict Global Terror. From Russia with Love, James Bond game. Did like this one when I played it. It's based off the original James Bond.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I never played this one specifically.
Yeah. Star Wars Battlefront 2!
I love that game!
A remake, funnily enough, that came out recently that also took the world by storm in a way, just in a more negative direction.
Yeah, I like how they're advertising that it's on Xbox Live there, too.
Yeah, right? Woo!
What a fantastic lineup of games that truly takes advantage of today's Xbox. And it doesn't stop there. In 2006, we'll continue to market and sell Xbox consoles. By 2006, we'll have doubled the number of games on Xbox Live, and together we'll continue to sell Xbox games by the billions. Now, many gamers have been asking us if
that's pretty bold of them to say by the billions.
It is.
Xbox 360. Tonight, we are very pleased to announce that Xbox 360 will be backwards compatible with the top-selling Xbox games.
Ooh. See, now notice how he said top-selling, right?
I was gonna say, that's very specific, huh?
That's the thing, because the 360 did have backwards compatibility for most games. I will actually say this. They did used to have a list on their website that they would update, because not every game was backwards compatible, especially at launch.
Okay.
It had it, but it took a while for them to kind of get there with it.
That's interesting, because I mean...
I'll go ahead.
I would say, as far as I'm aware, when it came to the PS3, like, I know we won't see that probably until next year, but as far as I'm aware, it plays pretty much every PS1 and PS2 game with the original backwards compatible model, anyway.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that's accurate with the PS3. I don't know why the 360 went this route. I think because at this point in time, other than the PS2, backwards compatibility was still, like, kind of new, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they're trying to see how lazy they can kind of be with it. But, like, yeah, the 360 did not have complete backwards compatibility. But here's the thing, though. I never found a game that it wasn't backwards compatible with. Every game I played, it would work, right? So
yeah,
it's limited, but it really wasn't that limited. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard, that it plays mostly everything. I assume the games that it probably wouldn't play would be stuff that either never really sold anything, or possibly games from defunct companies.
Yeah, probably. Like, it's something like that.
So or who knows? Maybe they were able to get a lot more done by time it launched than what they had at this point, and obviously they didn't want to guarantee all games.
I mean, maybe. So, like, here's like a kind of Microsoft W. Like, they sound really sketchy when they say it like that, but it's actually, like, perfectly fine. Like I said, I never found an Xbox game that wouldn't work on the 360. I found some that maybe didn't work, like, quite as well, mind you. But, I mean, you know, that's kind of to be expected with any emulator on any game, even. Like, even the PS3 isn't always going to be perfect with every game that it emulates.
Yeah, like, I can't say I found any, like, egregiously bad games to play on the PS3, but, like, yeah, it's gonna happen whenever you try to emulate hardware.
Yeah. So, you know, I cut them some slack for this one. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else, I thought. Yeah, I don't know, but here's where we're gonna get into the really confusing time of backwards compatibility in consoles.
Yeah.
So that brings us to Xbox 360. our team has worked with passion and commitment to build the most powerful game platform in history. And Xbox 360 will drive category growth for the entire video game industry. Growth that will create an increasingly profitable worldwide business for our partners. How will we get there? Well, we'll start this Christmas holiday season when we launch Xbox 360 in North America, Europe, and Japan. That's right.
Ooh.
Xbox 360 will hit the stores this year as we orchestrate the industry's first 3-region console launch. We'll get there with the best
There you go, it's beginning.
In game history. We'll get there by making games more approachable for people who didn't grow up with a game controller.
Did the PS3 come out in 2006?
It did, yeah.
Okay.
At least
So-
in North America. I assume it was simultaneous with at least Japan and America.
Probably. So 360 was the first on the market then.
It
Interesting.
was. It kind of had a big advantage. Like, I remember in particular in 2006, my dad was trying to get us to enter some kind of contest through Pepsi where you could win an Xbox 360.
Mhm.
I don't quite remember exactly what it entailed. I do remember my cousins won one, actually.
No, that's
So
nice.
that was kind of cool. But, like, yeah, we didn't get anything. Eventually we got the PS3. But
Now, at its core,
I just thought it was
Xbox
kind of
360
interesting.
Is a great game console. And
It was a big
Itagaki-san and
marketing thing.
Tecmo have always been at the forefront of delivering what a platform can deliver and what great games can achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, Dead or Alive 4 exclusively on Xbox 360.
Woo!
Ooh.
First look at what the console can do, I guess.
Yeah.
Team Ninja. Yeah, I remember the
I do find it-
360 was a pretty big leap, like, graphically as well, from what I remember.
It was. Yeah, I do find it funny how they basically used the Fantastic Four font for the Dead or Alive title.
Ah, yeah, I guess they do, don't they?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
See, like, it's kind of hard to tell on this kind of blurriness, but the game does look really good. The game does look quite nice,
Yeah.
especially compared to a
No.
lot of the previous gen, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I assume this would have been very impressive for the time.
Oh yeah, like there's a reason they're showing characters with like cloth and stuff, right?
Yeah, and the hair physics.
Yeah. Do the monkeys! Yeah, down those stairs with you. Nice. Nah, good old Japanese death match. Always electrifying the ring ropes.
Yeah.
Not the chickens. Yeah, I do appreciate how consistent Dead or Alive's been so far. It's like, here's a bunch of characters fighting. Here's a bit of like generic, pretty okay sounding music, right? While you
Yeah.
watch it.
I like how they designed that, like it basically just looks like Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That is. Nice.
Oh. Get screwed.
I'm guessing those two are the joke characters for this game.
Probably. I don't know. The idea of playing like a skeleton pharaoh king is really cool. I would say, is that the Ninja Gaiden character?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I think he's in every Dead or Alive game, because like it's made by the same people, right?
Yeah.
So they
okay.
like share a universe and stuff.
I mean, it makes sense, yeah.
Once again, Team Ninja has taken Dead or Alive and gaming to the next level. This is the kind of first-day experience you can get when you partner with the best game creators in the world and arm them with great software, amazing hardware, and a world-class service. There's been a lot of discussion recently about when the next generation of video games begins. It begins right now. It begins this year. And you just saw it with your very own eyes. And there's plenty more where that came from.
Woo!
This year we'll have between 25 and 40 titles ready this calendar year for Xbox 360.
You know, it's quite a bit for releasing like late in 2005.
That is.
And the arrival of Xbox 360 signals a shift as important as any shift we've seen in the industry to date. 30 years ago, we saw the birth of this industry with the arrival of the first 2D games. Games that appealed to everyone. They found a very broad audience that numbered in the tens of millions. And we all remember those great ads from that era, where entire families surrounded the TV on the couch playing games together. Well, then we made the leap from 2D to 3D, and we expanded and jumped our industry past the 100 million mark. But at that very same time, we narrowed our scope to a much more limited demographic. Today, we're poised to make the leap again, this time from 3D to the HD era. Now, of course, the HD era is about high-definition graphics and unbelievable sound. But the implications of the HD era are even more profound than that. It's about the ability to connect with your community and to personalize your experience. It's about unleashing the creative power of human energy. If we work together to create games and experiences that really deliver on the promise of the HD era, as an industry, we'll take games places they've never been before. In the HD era, we're going to reach 1 billion people with our media.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
This is a great industry. It's a great business. Our revenues keep growing faster than music, than movies, than television. We're at the cutting edge of technology and the leading edge of imagination. But we used to fill the living room with kids and adults, men and women. But today, we're relying mainly on one type of consumer. Now, don't get me wrong. We love that guy, the 18 to 34-year-old male. He's the backbone of the industry. And with guys like Dead or Alive 4, he's guaranteed to get the incredible gaming experience that he craves.
Right. I see.
The 360 is also the product that's going to push gaming back into the mainstream. The product that will fill that couch up with people from every demographic and from every market.
I don't know if that's like 100% true, because I don't feel like gaming became like super mainstream until near the end of this generation.
That living entertainment.
I'd say that's probably
powered
true, yeah.
by human energy.
So I'd probably say it's the Xbox One and the PS4.
We believe that when you unlock the power of human energy, we're going to bring everybody back to the living room. At the same time, we're going to unlock the potential not only of the medium, but of the entire industry. Next generation, 1 billion people will play our games. And it's not just because they figured out the latest combo move or they figured out how to get past level 14, but because we've unlocked the secret to creating games and entertainment experiences that they can call their own. Games that provide entertainment experiences that appeal to everyone. We've been working for years to fulfill this vision. And the result is Xbox 360. It's the product I've always dreamed of creating. It's the product that will fill the living room back with people who can't wait to get their hands on the controller, to get into the game, to be part of the excitement, and to join us in the community. They want to bring their own creativity to the experience and pay off the true promise of our medium. The essence of our vision is reflected in the name, Xbox 360. It's the product that delivers experiences where the player is always at center stage.
Okay, I see.
You can see the essence of the vision.
I get it. I'm looking at wait, 360. How does that work? But
see, I thought it was gonna be things like, oh, it's a product that will go all the way around the world.
I mean, yeah, that would have been a good one too, actually.
Firms in the entire world.
Yeah.
HER's Experimental Design Laboratory in Osaka, Japan, and Astro Studios in San Francisco. What they created is a product that distilled our vision to the very essence. It's a simple and elegant design, a design that reflects our hopes for the medium through its brightness and its optimism. It's a product that will be worldwide in its sensibility, yet timeless in its appeal. When we started the console, with the unity of our vision,
I remember that 360 remote.
The entire family.
I had all that, actually.
All look great in the living room.
I don't remember what the webcam came with.
I was gonna say, I can't say I've ever heard of the 360 having a webcam, so I assume it's similar to the iToy where there wasn't a lot of software that works with it.
Even with batteries, it'll be lighter,
unless it was just for the video chat.
And more comfortable.
Maybe. It could have been for video chat. I think a couple games did work with it. I don't remember which ones. I want to say Seen It was one that worked. Not Seen It, but like You're in the Movies or something. I think that one worked with it. Uno worked with it because you could do the webcam. There are a few, but yeah, no, I don't think it was a very big thing that a lot of people had. I had it probably for Seen It.
Probably.
But I paused it here specifically because this controller design, legendary, right? Like it's one of the peak controller designs. You have the PlayStation 2 peak controller design, and then you have the 360 peak controller design, right?
Yeah.
It's the reason why they still look like they do, like all these years later, right? All the Xbox controllers now completely based off this, right? That's never gonna change. All the PlayStation controllers, like going forward, all gonna be based off the PS2, right?
Yeah, different iterations of the DualShock.
Yeah, so you know, the peak controller designs. It's like one thing Nintendo's kind of struggled with nailing down. But even if you look at like the Switch Pro controllers, they're basically a 360 controller. You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Than today's Xbox controllers. Let's sit down and take a stroll with Cameo.
Oh, Cameo, here we go. Or Cameo, as I call it.
Is the experience.
It's finally coming out.
Xbox guide button, and you launch the user interface.
Ah, the blades. I remember the blades. That's what we called these things that popped up on the sides.
I was gonna say the blades, but I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, no, this was like the blade design. It's interesting because they had like, I think 2 different UIs for the 360. We'll see the other one eventually. But the blades do bring back like a bit of nostalgia for me.
That's fair.
I muted the game by accident. Whoops.
Good job.
By game being video. There you go.
And you launch the user interface for the HD era.
On Gamer Score. See, this is what I mean by the 360 was such a good console, right? Because it made achievements.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's so much that like the 360 actually did like define for many generations to come. right? The gamer score, like achievements, having a pretty easily kind of accessible thing for like a community, like popping up like the blades, right? Like, oh, I can check out this profile. Oh, what are they playing? Are they playing Camille? Oh, that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, no, like even when it comes to Sony, at least with achievements, I'm not entirely sure how much of the rest of it was on the PlayStation, but they didn't actually implement achievements into most games until I think about 2008. So like there were still a few years where games just did not have achievements, which as a Ratchet and Clank fan makes me sad because there's no achievements for Tools of Destruction and they will never add them.
True. So yeah, just like no, 360 made a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like here's the thing, right? Like Nintendo, we talked a lot about how Nintendo is always like innovating, right?
Yeah.
But you got to give Microsoft some credit. They did some stuff that did stick, like achievements, right? They literally made it, right? Before this, there were none. They're probably going to talk about it during this even, right?
Probably, because I think Gamerscore would have been a big push for the 360.
Yeah. Right? So, very impressive.
It's clean, consistent, and customizable. Another click, and you have instant access to your games, your friends, and all of your entertainment. Here's my gamer card. Today, everybody in Xbox Live has
Hero
a
protagonist once again.
But this time, we're going to take it to the next level.
Find the mystery gamer.
Gamer card. Think of your gamer card kind of like your online trading card.
I love how he's taking this so chill. He's just sitting on the stage.
Yeah, right.
The zone you like to play in and your motto. With zones, you're going to be able to match up with players whose style of play matches up with yours.
See, I don't think zone really mattered in the end. I'm going to be honest. I don't think zone was the thing that ever really mattered because you could just be pro. You could be casual.
Yeah.
It didn't affect anything, right? I guess it's more so how you saw yourself.
You're guaranteed to match up with the right people all the time.
Like, unless what he's saying is true and I just never noticed, I just don't think that's true.
Now, these are sort of a record of everything you've accomplished.
Here you go, the
across
Chivos.
the entire library of games. Let's say you haven't figured out that final achievement in PGR3. Just ask a friend online. In the HD era, community and connection is critical. With Live, even if I'm offline, my friends can still find me and leave me messages in the integrated message center, either with text, voice, or video. And all of this connectivity is available whether you're playing a game, watching a movie, listening to music. At any point in time, your friends are just a click away. Let's say you played online with somebody that you'd like to reconnect with, but you forgot their gamer tag. Well, in the Xbox 360 universe, you can easily connect with any one of the last several hundred people you played with, because we'll track that list for you.
That's real nice.
With Xbox 360,
that is a very nice convenience feature
for everybody. We're going to make it easier and more accessible than ever before to join the community. Because on Xbox 360, Xbox Live will offer a free level of service directly out of the box.
Ooh. Yeah, that's when they bring in Xbox Live Gold. That's right.
You heard it right. Everything I've just shown you will be absolutely free as part of our silver service. And if you want to supercharge your experience, you can upgrade to Gold so you can take advantage of additional services we'll be rolling out. With features and services like this, we're going to extend our online leadership and connect over half of the Xbox 360 game consoles to Xbox Live. 1 billion people this generation. Well, that's a big number, but I know
that's what Megan said.
To do our part, we thought very differently about our approach in designing the product. We knew we had to tap into a lot more markets. We knew we had to fit into a broader range of lifestyles. So what we did is we created a number of scenarios. Scenarios that informed our decisions and shaped our direction every step of the way. Out of the gate, we knew we had to create an amazing product that would blow the roof off gaming for our core audience. People like this guy, Striker.
Hey, Striker.
Hardcore gamer, the
Zone
lifeblood
Underground.
of the industry today.
My zone was pro.
in line for 24 hours to get his
Won the pro
hands
zone.
on the next hot release first. He's a fast twitch gamer who'll play for hours to master every level and every move before he mixes it up online with the best of the best. Well, last generation, we opened a whole new set of experiences in a universe for gamers like Stryker. Xbox Live is going to expand the boundaries even further by making it easier for folks like Stryker to find other competitive players with to battle online. And hardcore gamers are going to love seeing the new features like spectator mode and tournaments really coming to life in Xbox 360. There's no doubt in my mind Xbox 360 is going to thrill the hardcore gamers that live and breathe video games. But that's not going to get us to 1 billion. Not everyone is driven by the need to crush their opponent on the field of battle. So we've also built in experiences for the casual gamers and the non-gamers of our world. Let's talk about Velocity Girl. We all know someone like her. She might pick up a controller every once in a while over to friends.
Gamer score 950. You can tell, definitely not a true gamer. Casual.
It's an important question that we've struggled with in this industry.
Only rep of 2 though, probably very toxic.
How do we get the Velocity Girls of the world reconnected to our industry and back into the game? With Xbox 360, we have an answer. She's going to rejoin us because we're delivering a fresh set of services designed to nurture community and to broaden gameplay. To expand the market, we're going to deliver more casual game experiences on demand through the Xbox Live Arcade. Whether retro, puzzle, or just plain old time-killing games like Solitaire, we're going to have an amazing assortment of games available. So whether you want to stare down your brother on a Texas Hold'em match, or gang up with 3 buddies from college and play a little gauntlet, Live Arcade is just going to be a press away. We got something else in mind.
Oh, Perfect Dark Zero.
We call it the Xbox Live Marketplace.
I heard it was a marketplace too.
Is going to introduce gamers to the latest entertainment.
See, so look at all the things you can get, right? Membership, demos and trailers, themes and gamer pictures, right?
Yeah.
So here we're starting to see them open up, like, yeah, you can buy stuff on our console.
The marketplace
right?
is going to introduce gamers to
we're getting to that time where, like, we're getting the transactions in.
The store to pick up the latest titles. It's going to deepen the gamer engagement with games that they already play and already love, with episodic content. They'll see new maps, new levels, new weapons, new cars, and much, much more. But maybe most exciting, the marketplace is going to be a way to get Velocity Girl re-engaged with our market and re-engaged with games. Because on the marketplace, she's going to be an active member of the community of people that play games like Tony Hawk. Now, she might never pick up a controller, never take a run in the half pipe, but she'll be able to design and sell stickers, shirts, boards, soundtracks, and even design.
See, I don't think they ever went that route.
For those hardcore gamers like Stryker.
Yeah, I don't believe so. At least I never heard about that.
Maybe it was an idea that they played with, and then maybe they never really went with it.
Experiences that extend the very
Probably.
idea of entertainment, like the ability to watch favorite bands perform on Xbox Live or even premiere a new song. We'll also transform the way that she communicates. Last generation, we led the way with voice chat over Xbox Live. This generation, we're going to break new ground again, this time with video chat that's going to let people see and hear each other at the same time, whether they're playing games, sharing music, or watching photos. Velocity Girl is going to love
or watching photos.
But we're not stopping there.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
I feel like you made a mistake there.
Here's Beat Builder.
A little bit.
Beat Builder is our technology trendsetter, the one that has all the latest devices. Lets the rest of the world know where the world is heading. What Beat Builder is telling us is that in the very near future, entertainment, it's all digital. And he wants to see it all on his high-def TV. Xbox 360 is perfect for Beat Builder because it works with everything. It's got games, it's got TV, it's got music, movies, digital photos, online music services. Xbox 360 is going to connect to a world of digital entertainment devices, including hundreds of mobile music players and digital cameras. Not just from our partners, but also from some of our competitors.
Ooh. That's probably why they had a PSP-looking thing on there.
I was just saying, it kind of looked like they had a Game Boy as well.
Is the ultimate digital entertainment amplifier.
I don't think that actually has connectivity with the 360, unfortunately, but...
Well, it doesn't, but it's clearly made to look like one.
Look more spectacular.
Well, no, I meant like... No, I meant when they said like just the competitors, right? Where they're like, it'll have compatibility with some of our competitors. I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know if that's something they planned and it just didn't work.
Maybe.
Or something to that effect. I know I'm pretty sure there's no connectivity to like any Sony product, or unless they mean like other than game product. I mean, then maybe you can connect like something to the 360. I'm not too sure what.
I mean, in terms of that context, I figured they were talking more about stuff like cameras and computers and stuff like that, where you could upload videos or music or photos.
I mean, maybe, yeah, because they didn't say like gameplay stuff specifically. So that's probably
I
what they
think
mean.
it's more the media side.
The PSP looking thing was probably just there to throw some people off, right?
Connected.
I mean, probably, because I doubt it had like actual connectivity to a PSP.
Photos in your living room, or share them across the world while you narrate. When he's not playing games, Beat Builder's going to use this digital amplifier to open the door to incredible new high-definition experiences. He'll be able to sample and purchase content online. He'll be able to stream high-definition entertainment stored on his Media Center PC. He'll be able to bring this entire experience to life in his living room.
Yeah, so I will admit I don't really remember like this aspect to it, just because I'm not much of a music guy, so I would have never like gone on this thing anyway.
Yeah.
But I could see this being something that was on there with the Media Center. I probably just never used it, but I could see it.
Yeah, because I believe Sony had a similar thing too, at least with movies. I don't know if they ever did with music. But yeah, I guess this would have been the first console where you could download and buy music and movies to watch on your console.
Yeah. And I guess TV in this case.
I guess.
But yeah,
I was gonna say, can you watch while playing?
So this is one thing that I will say I don't really have as much familiarity with, especially since, like I said, a few years later, they would redesign the UI. So I don't really remember this as much. I remember the blades. But that's really about it.
Only on Xbox
That's fair.
360 will your high-definition entertainment experiences always be connected. That's right. We designed a single device that's going to let you purchase music, purchase movies online, and stream high-definition entertainment, whether it's movies or pro sports, all the while staying connected to your live community. Connected to your community all the time in high def. Striker, Velocity Girl, Beat Builder. We're checking off the list, but these are just some of the people that we thought about on our journey to build the ultimate entertainment product with truly mass appeal. It's really all about achieving the true potential of this medium by working together to reach 1 billion people. And I promise you, we thought about everyone, and we've got them all covered.
Are we going to a video? Ooh, video and I pushing this because we temporarily suspended. I forgot they did that on GameSpot before. Where it's like, we're gonna show you this thing, but unfortunately we can't actually show you. Yeah, GameSpot used to do that a bit. I always thought it was a little bit lame. Just because like, well, no, just show me, GameSpot, show me.
Or just cut it out entirely.
Well, I mean, they do that during the live broadcast, right?
Yeah.
So I'll skip that. I know I said no skipping before, but I'll skip that.
Yeah, I don't think you guys would want to watch a few minutes of that screen.
That's an interesting demographic, too. Billionaire software moguls attempting to be funny. It's kind of a niche market, but I think we've pretty much got it sewn up. Oh, Bill's right, of course. Without amazing hardware and software, we've got unbelievable technology. And this unbelievable technology is going to light up the imagination of creators and knock the socks off of customers. But Steve was right, too. There's a lot more to it than pure computing power. With XNA, we're going to satisfy the needs of game creators to make sure that they have the best in software and best in tools so that you get the best in games. We're also going to form new partnerships to really bring the true potential of the HD era home. And we're thinking about customers more broadly than ever before.
Yeah, this is really interesting too. Like around this point, HD was like non-existent, right? No HDMI cables or anything like that.
Powerful games platform ever created.
Like even with the 360, like it, like even in the initial 360 wasn't fully like HDMI compatible, right?
And it's a platform
Oh, yeah?
that no
Well, yeah, 'cause
other
mine's
company
not.
in this industry
Right.
Oh, okay.
can even try to match. Next generation, this platform will enable us to turn the entire world into gamers. And that's how we're going to reach 1 billion. Now, of course, we built the Xbox 360 to also capture some of the energy and some of the key consumer trends that are shaping our culture. One of those is the urge to personalize. It's everywhere. And next generation, you'll be able to personalize just about everything in your Xbox 360 experience. You can change the look of the interface to match your personality or add a favorite photo.
See, that is really nice, right?
And with faceplate,
Yeah.
you're going to be able to match
faceplates.
the look of your console to your interests, your living room decor, or even your own personal sense of style. In fact, as a thank you, on your way out tonight, we're going to be giving you all a limited edition E3 faceplate.
See, now I wonder how many of those still exist.
I'd be curious, yeah.
Calm down. It's not an HD TV, but it will be a collector's piece. Now, speaking of collector's pieces, I've made a one-of-a-kind faceplate for our next presenter. Please welcome me in introducing Mr. Peter Moore, the bald and the beautiful.
You guys, you are so funny. Hey.
I mean, some people are selling them on eBay apparently for like 300 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure there's somebody that wants them.
Like many of you in the audience this evening, I'm around.
I mean, they look nice. I'm not gonna lie.
It's that place that you can sometimes reach on a long run where you achieve a kind of perfect mind-body equilibrium. It's been called the Zen of running. In the HD era, we're going to deliver the Zen of gaming. Next generation games will combine unprecedented audio and visual experiences to create worlds that are beyond real. And they'll deliver storylines and gameplay so compelling that it will feel like living a lucid dream. The result is a state where you achieve the perfect mind-body equilibrium as you forget your physical surroundings and you become completely immersed in the game itself. This controller becomes an extension of your body. It becomes the gateway
True.
to the Zen of gaming. So let's see what's possible when the most creative minds in the world of game development have access to the ideal canvas on which to express their vision. Let's begin by stepping inside the incredible world of Lost Odyssey. A new game
Lost Odyssey.
Oh,
Hironobu Sakaguchi,
I actually bought this one
the
relatively
creator of the
recently.
original Final
Did
Fantasy
you?
series.
I forgot you got that one.
Yeah, I got it at our game store, I'd say maybe a couple months ago, because I've kind of been waiting to get it, because it's been like I guess more of like a cult classic JRPG on the 360, one of the best ones on the 360. I kind of put it off for a long time, but then eventually it got delisted from the Xbox 360 store, and I'm like, well, I better buy it before it goes up in price, because I was hoping it would go down a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So, but I've been wanting to play it for a long time. I've heard it's a really good game.
Oh, shoot, maybe I need to get my 360 repaired so you can actually start playing it whenever you want.
I mean, yeah, but to be fair, like, I got a lot of stuff I can play. I just heard in terms of JRPGs, it's very unique. And I don't believe it ever got ported anywhere.
I believe that is correct. I don't think it ever got ported anywhere.
I wonder if they would ever do like a full-on remake of it now.
I mean, was it popular enough? I don't think it was, right?
I'll be honest, I don't know how it sold. I just know it's one of the few JRPGs on the 360 itself.
You know, part of me feels like I rented it once and played it for a bit and then was like, not feeling it, and then probably took it back.
See, I'd be curious on what you would think if you played it today.
Really a lot to ask for any medium. To ensure that the next generation delivers, every game is built on what we call essentials.
If I remember correctly, I think if I did play it, if it's the same one I'm thinking of, I think it just had a really slow start, and it just wasn't pulling me in. And then I just kind of decided, well, okay, I'm not really interested.
Yeah, I mean, it is a JRPG. It's gonna be relatively long.
So check this out, Essential 720p.
Oh.
720p gaming. Now, for those that don't know, there was a time before 1080p, and 720p was at one point the best you could get.
Yeah.
Clarity and fidelity. Many developers are already working on games.
Also, I just looked it up on How Long to Beat. It looks like Lost Odyssey is a relatively long game. It goes anywhere between 50 and 107 hours, according to How Long to Beat.
Yeah, see, so, like, I think that really is it. I think it just had such a slow start, and I just really wasn't invested. By the time I got through, like, a day's worth of playing.
Yeah, which is fair.
If I played it now, I'd probably give it a bit more slack.
Xbox 360
probably, which is why I'd be curious to see what you would think of it now.
Well, you know what, with Xbox 360,
I was like that with JRPGs for a long time, probably until I played Persona.
By smooth, lifelike visuals of cinematic quality. To be truly cinematic in the next generation, sound becomes incredibly important. Xbox 360 games will offer a minimum of 5.1 multi-channel sound, so you can hear the thunder of cars as they roar down the track and hear the rustle of leaves behind you in the breeze. So many people thought Project Gotham Racing 2 was one of the best racing games ever to appear on Xbox. There's no doubt that certainly it was one of the most innovative when it came to enhancing the racing experience on Xbox Live. PGR 3 will immerse you in racing like never before, with real velocity-based motion that delivers the feeling of being on the edge of your seat as you drive some of the fastest and most beautiful cars on the planet. PGR 3 will be one of the first titles to take full advantage of spectator mode with Gotham TV. You can cheer your friends, you can scout your opponents, you can learn new tracks by seeing how more experienced players negotiate the corners. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Woo! Time to see another beautiful racing game, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really kind of funny, right? So I have my OBS on my second monitor that I just occasionally glance at to make sure nothing's broken, right? Because I'm paranoid like that. And when I look at it, it really shows you a difference between like a smaller screen and a bigger screen because it looks very unblurry on my OBS. It looks very like I could read certain things. When
that is kind of funny.
I was looking at on my OBS as opposed to, you know, my bigger main monitor screen.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about sound. Wow. So how important is spectator mode? Picture a video game racing season on Xbox Live, sponsored by one of the leading auto manufacturers. At the start of the season, 250,000 people pay $10 each to sign up for a head-to-head 30-race competition.
See, I don't think this is something they ever really went along with either.
To the overall champion. In the final race,
look, it's a fun idea.
Finalists go head-to-head for the $1 million
it is.
prize.
But maybe they did it, I don't know.
Mode,
I just don't remember them doing tournaments like this in any game I played.
Will log on to watch the competition. If you're the sponsor, you've captured the attention of hundreds of thousands of people who spent the last 6 months living and breathing your tournament and your brand. So let's change gears here, no pun intended. Maybe more than any other publisher,
Pun was definitely intended.
Pun was definitely intended.
At the forefront of the quest to create realistic
Probably practice that one leg for a few days beforehand.
Yeah, it's like I gotta make it sound like it's not intentional when it totally is.
To deliver an experience that will place you completely in the moment. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon 3 drops you in urban warfare at its most intense and chaotic. You are a soldier of the future.
Yeah, Ghost Recon 3. Yeah, I think that is like... I think you are kind of like a future soldier in that one. Yeah, 2013. The good old future era of 2013.
It's interesting that they chose a future that's only like 8 years away.
Well, is it coming? I assume there's a truck or something. Okay, it's hostiles. Never mind.
Yeah.
Probably not actual gameplay, if I had to guess. I could be wrong.
I think this is kind of the start of when they start scripting stuff a lot more, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's not gameplay. So, I mean, I know we already kind of saw that in Halo 2, where they had a scripted sequence that wasn't really in the game.
Well, it wasn't in the game at all. But...
yeah.
Like, you're getting too much credit if you say not really in the game. Not mostly in the game. But I mostly just say that because if you look at the reticle on the gun, it just does... It looks much more floaty than what you'd see in, like, an actual, you know, gameplay.
Sports
That's fair.
A critical piece of every console's launch portfolio. And this is where the talented team at Visual Concepts always shines. They have consistently pushed the boundaries of realism in sports video games. And tonight, it gives me great pleasure to give you an early look at NBA 2K6.
Woo! Now, this is the one where I think they go on about, like, probably not in this, but they talk so much about the sweat in this game. Like, about how they could model, like, the sweat, like, so perfectly. I'm ready for action. Like, it looked really pretty for like, the time. Like, yeah. But I remember they made a very big deal, at least in the commercials. Maybe they do it at E3 here, I'm not too sure. But they're like, oh, and your characters sweat. Like, it's gonna be hard for us to see, like, on a blurry version of this. But I wouldn't be surprised if they show, like, a close-up of a player, like, glistening or something.
Yeah.
And, like, for the time, like, this looks really good, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, honestly, photorealistic. For the time, you know?
Yeah. $2K6, huh?
This past week on MTV, we shared with you a title that we're wonderfully excited about. And one of Rare's premier titles for the launch window, Perfect Dark Zero. A game that will redefine the multiplayer first-person shooter genre. This next title from Rare represents an important leap forward in game development, combining dynamic puzzles, immersive combat, enormous environments, innovative storytelling, and really, really, really fun gameplay. Let's look at a title that will feed the hardcore and have stronger appeal to the broader gaming audience.
For every vision
Ooh, Camille.
there will be one of darkness.
Finally, it's happening. For real this time.
Moment of peace, there will be one of chaos.
That's kind of funny how many years in a row they actually showed it off.
Holds the power to save this
Yeah, like,
world.
I'm legitimately impressed. Like, honestly, going through E3's really given me quite the appreciation for Camille.
Yeah.
Just with how many times we've seen it.
Hidden inside the body of one. Only you can unleash them.
And it feels kind of monumental that I know for a fact this time it actually does come out. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should get Cameo. I think we should pick it up.
Yeah, I think next time we go out we should look and see, because I'm assuming it'll be easy to find. And it's probably like 10 or 15 bucks.
It's probably not too much, yeah.
Earlier I said that sound is more important than ever before. Infinity Ward and Activision take sound to new heights in Call of Duty 2, the sequel to
Oh, one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time. One of my favorite Call of Duties.
Call of Duty 2 uses advanced
I love Call of Duty 2.
in its all-new battle chatter system to make
Yeah, I've
games
heard
more
Call of Duty
immersive
2
than
is a
ever
very good
before.
Call of Duty game.
Man, I played it for you.
Well, I know, I just mean like
Oh, okay.
in terms of like general reception. I don't know how people feel about Call of Duty 3.
It's not as good.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought, because I only ever really hear people talk about 2 and 4, in terms of the classic Call of Duties, anyway.
Call of Duty 3 is when they kind of try to force in motion controls. Just because it was also on
the Wii. Ew.
Yeah, I know. Call of Duty 2, though, was, like, so good. Because, yeah, and like I said, the whole thing with, like, your, like, comrades, like, talking and everything, I don't know, it just felt really real, you know?
Yeah, no, it definitely adds to the gameplay immersion. Honestly, that was kind of one of my favorite things when I played through Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, because it's just like being able to hear your different squad mates talking about different objectives or what's going on. It was really cool.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll say this about Call of Duty 2, it still looks really good, even today. I still really like how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's really not much else for me to say about the game, to be honest, besides it just being, like, one of my favorites. I'm debating, because, like, I really like Call of Duty 4. So, I think 2 is still my personal favorite, just because I like World War II a lot more, right? I like the era.
That's fair.
But 4 is definitely way up there.
Yeah.
So how about this? How about a brand new, full-featured, next-generation role-playing game in the launch window? Morrowind was one of the best-selling
Morrowind.
I
I need to actually play Morrowind, but like the little I have played, it's such a cool and interesting game.
Oblivion!
I love Oblivion too. Oblivion's like one of my favorite RPGs I've ever played.
It also includes thousands of characters that are governed by groundbreaking AI. These characters eat, sleep.
Oh, are they going to show off the Radiant AI?
Probably.
And they make their own choices based on what's going on.
Which itself is a very famous example of developers lying. Funnily enough.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Megan and I were just talking about Oblivion like earlier today as well, even.
Yeah.
Just saying about how I want to replay it sometime soon. I never finished it.
For 65 years.
I would love
spent
to
many hours
replay
in
it.
it.
I've played through the entire game probably a dozen times.
Have knelt at my command. But a darkness comes.
I always found it really funny that they got Patrick Stewart to voice the Emperor, just considering how the game is. Like, I won't say anything in particular, but he's not in the game very long.
Yeah. Like, I know usually I'm like, oh Megan, be careful with spoilers and everything. But let's be fair, it doesn't really matter with it. It's not even... Like, obviously with the end of Oblivion, but when it comes to, like, the Emperor...
Yeah.
I mean, you can say whatever you want with that, honestly. It really is so irrelevant.
I mean, I'm only saying that because he's only involved in, like, literally the first hour of the game, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise I wouldn't say it, because, you know, I'm very against giving spoilers. And I think this is an RPG that if you really like RPGs, everyone should play this game.
Oh, I agree. Like, okay. Asterisk, Asterisk.
Yes.
Play it on PC. Don't play it on 360, and play it with a mod that makes leveling up where you get your maximum points, as opposed to having to fiddle around.
Of oblivion.
You know.
I mean, yeah, like I can't say anything about the 360 port because I've only ever played it on PC and PS3. But I found the PS3, at least once you get the Game of the Year edition with the DLC, it was pretty good. I ran into one game-breaking glitch, unfortunately, but like everything else worked fine.
I mean, understandable. Very understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really good game is Oblivion.
Yeah.
I've talked about the story like numerous times as well. I may as well just say it again here. Everybody's like, no, please, no, God, stop talking, no. But I'm gonna talk. You're gonna have to deal with it. So my experience with Oblivion was actually like very different, and that kind of actually defined like how I like to play those games now. Yeah, so when I played Oblivion the first time, I played the game and I didn't actually realize there was a fast travel mechanic for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Like I played a good while into the game, and then it wasn't until like I think I saw someone mention something on like GameFAQs or something like that. And then I go to check and I'm like, "Oh wait, I can fast travel?"
Yeah.
And then you might think that I do it all the time. I actually thought I've made it this far without it. Do I really like I don't really need it. And then I never played the game with fast travel. And that's actually defined how I like to play those kind of games today, to the point where I consider it my own personal like house rule. Where if I play Oblivion, if I play like Skyrim, if I play like Fallout 3 or New Vegas, I actively do not fast travel because I had a lot of fun just wandering around Oblivion and experiencing the game just as one would, as if they were going on some kind of like adventure, you know?
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that. That really made me appreciate the game a lot more. Because I would have so many of these instances where like, oh, I'm assaulted by bandits. Oh, look, I got this cool like gear now. And I even had like people before go like, oh, how'd you get that? Like, how'd you get that weapon? I've never seen it before. And I'm like, well, a bandit attacked me and I got it from him. You know? And, you know, that also helped make me realize like, oh, you know, by doing that, I actually end up getting more in general. I get like better loot. I get more loot. Right?
Yeah.
And not only that, I get to just experience the game. Like there's something really adventurous about like getting on your horse in Oblivion, wandering out the gate from like the main, what's the main town called again?
Cyrodiil.
Oh, the main town is Cyrodiil? I thought Cyrodiil was the area.
Oh no, yeah, that's right, that's the region. It's the Imperial City.
Okay, yeah, the Imperial City, there you go. And you know, you leave the Imperial City, you go out the gates, and you just go off towards fuck, what's that one town I'm thinking of? The one that like
Coral?
starts. I mean, you could say Coral. I was thinking one with the B, like
Bruma.
Bruma, that's it.
Breville.
Yeah. It's one of them. I think it's Bruma. I'm thinking of. And like you go wandering that direction, and it's a long ways away. I think that's actually a pretty far town away from the Imperial City.
Relatively, yeah.
But there's something about like just going down that you leave the gates, you start on your journey on your horse, and then you get like attacked by bandits, or like, you know, the sun goes down, it's nighttime. Or maybe as you're going, you see like something cool off in the distance. You're like, I just want to check that out. And then you come across like a whole dungeon that you didn't know about. You know?
Yeah.
Like there's something really cool about that. And that's part of why I do not do fast travel in those games. Which is why I say I'll probably never stream them. And if I do like gameplay of that, that's probably going to be recording only. Because no one's going to want to watch me spend like, because I don't care. I'm not gonna fast travel, right? There could be people in the chat going, "Oh, fast travel. Why aren't you fast traveling?" I'm like, I don't do that. Yeah, you know, I don't. That's not what I do. I will not be pressured into fast traveling. And I doubt many people want to watch me like spend 30 minutes just going from like town to town. And like I'm very, very strict about it too, because I even remember playing Fallout New Vegas where I came across like a factory, and I like looting stuff to get money. So you know, it's like, oh, I get all this stuff. Oh, okay, I got too much. All right. Let me walk back to this like town ages away and sell it, right? And okay, let me walk back to the factory, loot more. Okay, now I'm full again. I better walk back to the town and sell it again. It's a new day, and they got their money back in. Like, that's how strict I am with it, right?
That's really funny.
And I don't even think, like, oh, I could fast travel. That thought doesn't even occur to me. I'm just like, well, yeah, I'll just walk back there. No big deal, right? And to me, that's how the game should be played.
Yeah. I don't think I would play the entire game like that. Because, like, I did love wandering around Oblivion and finding stuff. But, like, especially if I'm just trying to do a quest line, like, I'm just going to go back and forth between the two cities. Especially because there's a lot of quests where it's like, you go to one city, you talk to someone. You have to go to another city, you talk to someone. Maybe go talk to another person or do dungeon, then go back to the first city. And I'm like, I'm not walking through all of that. I ain't got time for that.
See, but I don't know. See, to me, it's part of the fun, right? Like, you know, like, I don't know. That's
I mean,
the weird
that's
quirky
fair.
thing about me, right? Like, I think I'm one of the few people that actually does that. So I know I'm the odd one out here, but
Like,
I don't know.
to me, it depends on the game. Like, if they make travel really fun as part of the game itself, then I will not use fast travel. Like, for example, Spider-Man PS4. Now, the world in that isn't super big, but, like, I didn't even know fast travel existed in that game until I was doing trophies. And even when I figured it out, I'm like, it doesn't really take me that much longer, but I would rather swing across the city than take a subway.
Yeah, and that's fair, right?
But like a game like Oblivion, it feels kind of tedious when you're trying to get specific things done. So like I probably won't do it as much. I'll probably do it when I'm going to like a new place or if I'm going between different cities, but I won't go back and forth if I'm just like talking to NPCs for a quest.
Yeah, Megan, you were actually like saying earlier about how like, Matt, I'd like to see you play Oblivion sometime. Would you be able to handle me not fast traveling? It sounds like you'd struggle with it.
I don't know, maybe. I guess we will see if that ever happens.
Nah, because you're not bullying me into fast traveling, Megan. No one can. I'm strict on my rules.
I mean, I wouldn't bully you into fast traveling.
Who knows? Maybe, to be fair, maybe I'll be able to show you how nice it actually is.
I mean, yeah, like maybe my opinion would change at least a little bit.
Because, dude, let me tell you, you get some pretty good stuff. You get some pretty good stuff when you do that.
An all-new, full-featured, next-generation RPG in the launch window. That's what Bethesda and
oh yeah. Anyway, asterisk. Play Oblivion on PC so you can get the mod that makes your level up like better. Okay, just do that. I don't remember what it's called.
There's a lot of good mods for Oblivion, honestly.
I say that one's crucial though. To be fair, the only one I'd say is crucial.
Amazing Unreal Engine 3 to create cinematic,
that I know of,
at least. Visuals featuring beautifully rendered interactive environments. And characters so lifelike.
Yeah, so Gears of War. I love Gears of War. I have played 1 and 2, never played 3. Did want to, never got around to it. Really good shooter. Really good shooter. Yeah. Bender is a fun main character. What can I say, right?
The humans of Thera built a glorious civilization. But humans were not destined to create. They ultimately did what they do best. Destroy.
Megan, do you know anything about Gears 4?
Not really, no. I never played any of them.
Okay, they're really good. I do recommend it.
Yeah, so I've heard.
I played.
An enemy that will force humanity to take their last inevitable steps toward extinction.
Yeah, just a really good game series. One that fell off pretty hard, actually.
I can't wait for Emergence Day.
Yeah, from what I
So
heard.
you've seen a lot of Xbox 360 games so far this evening. Additionally, we have many exclusives coming from powerhouse publishers and great partners such as THQ, Sega, Capcom, Namco, and Atari. But there's one publishing partner who hasn't been represented here on the stage this evening.
Whomst?
They're responsible for some of the biggest franchises in the video game world.
Nintendo.
Franchises like Madden, NFL football.
Back to EA.
EA.
Madden fan. Need for Speed, and of course FIFA.
They really like ending on
I
EA.
am talking, of course, about
Yeah.
Electronic Arts. And
I wouldn't be
please
surprised
welcome
if EA specifically
John
asked for
Matrick,
that.
President, EA Worldwide Studios.
Probably.
John Matrick. Hey, Don. Good to see you.
Thanks, Peter. I'm here to tell you about some of the great titles our teams are creating for Xbox 360. But before I start, I was wondering if I could give you a little marketing tip.
I thought you were more of a studio guy.
Right. I'm just a studio guy, and you're a marketing genius.
Oh, thank you.
But let me offer you one tip. I love the worldwide campaign and the statement you made on MTV.
Right.
I love the young woman with the backpack, but if you don't mind, I'd like to introduce you to somebody just a little bit different.
Okay.
Whomst?
I want to introduce you to Backpack Guy.
Backpack guy. All right. Backpack guy.
Careful. Wow. Okay. Woof. A lot more her than Jay and I have got, let me tell you. So let me guess. Your name's not Kim, right? Okay.
No, let me introduce you to Oakland Raider All-Pro Robert Gallery.
I think I've heard that name, actually. I don't watch much football. I think I've heard that name.
Yeah, I can't say I'm familiar with it.
I brought along a few new ideas for Xbox
Ideas
360.
are good. Thank you, Robert. Ideas are excellent.
Boy, Madden.
Man, do you play games?
Yeah.
Would
A lot.
you own a
It's okay.
console?
I got the Xbox. What else?
Okay. What's your favorite game?
It's called Mad.
Okay.
Okay, so that's funny. I do like that.
So how about this? I'll make you a deal, because I'm kind of a Raiders fan. You get those Oakland Raiders back on that Super Bowl path, and the day that we launch Xbox 360, we will have a brand new Xbox 360 delivered to your house that morning.
Tell you what, I'll hold up my end of the deal, and you better have that at my doorstep the day
yeah.
it comes out.
That's it. Hey, Robert.
Let's see, how did Oakland Raiders do?
Thanks a lot, man. Say, Robert Gallery.
So they went 5-11.
Wow. Is he just freaking
Apparently.
or what? I mean,
He has your
Oh wait.
address.
Oh wait, no, they went 4-12.
This is the largest
Last 12
development
games, won
commitment
4.
EA's
Team
ever
finished the
made
season on a
for
6-game
new
losing
console.
streak.
Right
now,
Oh,
we have more
that's
than
rough.
25
So he did not get his
titles in
Xbox
development
360.
for Xbox 360.
His free
When
one, I
it
mean.
hits the stores this Christmas
Yeah.
holiday season, our goal is to have at least 6 EA games waiting so gamers can see what Xbox 360 power is all about.
6 for launch period.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
That is quite a bit.
I think the EA team's up there somewhere, I sense.
The titles include Need for Speed Most Wanted,
Alright, solid.
I heard that's
The
a really good Need for
Godfather.
Speed.
The Godfather. I like that game. I think I'm one of the few people that probably did.
NBA Live, Tiger Woods PGA Tour, and Madden NFL 06.
Madden fans back here.
Next, I want to show you some gameplay footage that reflects the breadth and depth of EA's support. We have a montage of imagery captured from 6 titles, followed by gameplay captured from Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yeah, from what I understand, Most Wanted was one of the more popular Need for Speed games for a while.
Yeah, it is one of the retro Need for Speed games I do want to get.
Detroit goes to a zone defense.
Yeah, I don't remember what I liked about The Godfather. I'm trying to think. I think it had like some decent customizability with your character, at least for what they wore. I think the rank up system was kind of neat too, because you could eventually become like you kind of rose up the ranks of the mafia, which I thought was fun.
Yeah.
And the higher you got, the more you could actually do.
Yeah.
Good license plate.
Yeah.
Aw, sick. I do remember this game looking really, really nice too.
Yeah.
Oh, jump it! Okay, I don't know why they exploded like that, but sure.
Yeah, who knows?
Woo!
And Peter, there's more where that came from. EA is 100% committed to a successful launch of Xbox 360. We couldn't be happier with the support we're getting from Microsoft, and we couldn't be more excited about the possibilities as this relationship continues to grow.
Great. Thanks, Don. That was absolutely stunning. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Don Matrick, everyone. Thank you.
I'd see you next year, Don, when you talk about more EA Sports games.
Probably, yeah.
So I think you can see why we're so excited about the future of Xbox 360. All of these games, all of these visuals, all that power in this one box. Without a doubt, this is the best team of developers and publishers working on any game platform anywhere in the world. And with their support, we will have the best launch lineup in the history of video games. Thank you.
It does seem like a pretty solid launch lineup, like overall.
It does, yeah.
Thanks, Peter. We are thrilled by the great support and breadth of titles that all of our publishing partners are delivering for Xbox 360. Now, earlier when Peter said that we have all of the world's best publishers, he wasn't speaking figuratively. Tonight, we are pleased to provide the final piece of the puzzle. I'm very excited to announce that one of the world's great publishing houses is creating games for Xbox 360. I'm honored to present our newest partner.
Boomst. These environments don't look familiar to me yet.
Yeah, I can't say I recognize them.
Final Fantasy?
What do they have on Xbox?
Oh, is this a... No, which one is this? It's not 11, is it?
It might be 11.
That would explain why I don't recognize anything. Because, yeah, I think 11 was 11. On the 360. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's kind of funny because I guess 14 kind of went through a very similar thing where it's like, oh, we're on all these consoles. Okay, now we're on like the Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Yoichi Wada, President of Square Enix. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Robbie. I'm honored to have this opportunity to speak with you tonight at E3, the largest video game event in the world. Square Enix and Microsoft share a vision for the future of gaming and entertainment.
Honestly, it's kind of sad to hear him say the biggest game event in the world, knowing like what eventually happened.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's why we're doing this whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And self-expression to video games. So tonight, I'm very excited to be able to announce that Square Enix will join with Microsoft and Xbox to bring our games to Xbox 360 and Xbox Live.
Yeah, it's interesting because 13 was on the 360, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Impressed by Xbox 360's outstanding features, such as HD graphics, network connectivity, and personalization. We are also impressed with Microsoft's deep insight into online gaming. So, it is a great pleasure for us that the cross-platform concept of our Play Online will now be compatible with Xbox Live. Users of Xbox Live can now share with PC users the worlds we've created. This is something we've dreamed about in the past. I'm also delighted to announce tonight that we will bring Final Fantasy XI to Xbox 360.
Woo!
Close collaboration between Microsoft and Square Enix is just beginning. As a company that is dedicated to expanding the boundaries of what is possible in the world of video games, Square Enix looks forward to working with the Xbox team to create new worlds that Xbox 360 will make possible. Tonight, I'd like to share with you a sneak preview of what we believe the future of video games might look like. We created this real-time rendered image, taking advantage of Xbox 360's superb graphics power.
Okay, I'm curious about this.
Thanks very much for coming. I really appreciate it.
I like how they're using the music from 10.
Yeah.
Just like I hear it and immediately, like, first thing, it's like, boom, that's from 10. It does look really nice, though.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you again, Watchin and Square Enix, for your support. We are looking forward to working together to help define the future of video games. So tonight we are here to herald the beginning of a new era in entertainment. With Xbox 360, we will create powerful partnerships that deliver innovation on a new scale. With Xbox 360, we'll work together to deliver games and experiences that are unprecedented in the history of entertainment. We built Xbox 360 to be the essential product for people who live and breathe video games, as well as for people who've never owned a video game console. With Xbox 360, we'll reach out to new markets across the world where digital entertainment is rapidly becoming an integral part of daily life. With Xbox 360, video games will become a true mainstream entertainment medium, a medium where bestsellers are measured not in the millions of units, but in the tens of millions of units. We have the passion. We have the platform. We have the product. We have the partners and the games. And we are inspired. Inspired by a vision that once would have been too audacious, too bold to consider. Our goal? To reach 1 billion consumers. We'll do that because Xbox 360 will be the most powerful platform in the next generation. A platform that
I wonder how
combines
close they
great
got.
hardware, great software, and
Yeah,
great
I'd be
services
curious.
to deliver games and entertainment that will
I assume we'll see
truly
metrics
define what
next
it
year.
means to have fun.
Probably.
Xbox 360
I mean, with them releasing a new console, it
And
does
it's
make
on.
sense they wouldn't really have
Thank
metrics
you
to
very
show
much,
us.
and join me at the
Yeah.
party.
Oh boy, Saturday night. Probably something I'm gonna have to cut. Thanks, old E3. Well, yeah, hell, even new E3 was bad at this.
Yeah.
Quake 4?
4. Cameo! Again.
I love how throughout E3 you've gotten so excited over Cameo, right?
Yeah. Exposure, man.
Test Drive Unlimited. Call of Duty 2, yeah! Call of Duty 2! The Darkness. Oh, I remember The Darkness.
Huh.
I think that
That's a
game's...
cool game.
Yeah, you've seen it, right?
I've played it, yes.
Yeah. I played it a little bit.
It is a very interesting game. I didn't realize it was revealed this early, but I guess it was an early PS3 game as well.
Project Gotham Racing. Yo, Gears. Very gritty game,
Yeah.
this Gears.
One of these days I'd like to play Gears.
Yeah, you should. Frame City Killer?
I guess so. I have never heard of this one.
Me neither. Yeah, I'm gonna look this one up. Let me just fiddle around with this real quick. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Frame City Killer. It was canceled.
Oh,
Apparently.
no.
Another game to fall. Frame City Killer is one of many Xbox 360 exclusive games developed in Japan in the early days of the Xbox 360. Certainly part of its time to say the least. Games developed by Namco is going to be a third-person open-world action adventure title. The player assumes the role of Secret Agent Crow, who must hunt down Khan, a terrorist and drug lord who's creating visual acid. Okay.
Okay.
The characters and ratings sound cheesy as hell, but the style was unique. Why was it canceled? According to Wikipedia, after repeated delays in development and a lack of presentation, numerous trade shows, and with media releases that failed to impress, Namco decided to cancel the title in May 2006.
Okay.
Well, no wonder we haven't heard of it. Rest in peace, Frame City Killer. The name's kind of
Yeah.
stupid. I'm gonna be honest. The name's kind of silly.
A little bit.
It's like, yo, Frame City Killer. What does that tell me about the game? You know?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And I think that's something people don't really realize a lot of time too, is the name like does need to convey something about the game, right?
Yeah.
You know, like using a couple examples like off Fable. Like, oh well, we know what a Fable is. Right? Some kind of like fantasy thing, right?
Yeah.
You're using Odyssey as an example as well. It's like, oh, what's an Odyssey? You know, once again, kind of like an adventure, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think like Persona, like even Persona, at least I kind of, because you know what a Persona is, right? Like obviously like if you had never heard of the Persona games, then like you might not really know. But I mean, even then, you can hear the word Persona and you think like, oh, it's a person that puts on an act, right, or something.
Yeah.
You know. But I hear Frame City Killer, and I don't really know what that means. You know, like what's a frame city and why is there a killer involved? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no idea.
Ghost Recon 3. Whoa, Topspin 2. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Okay. Wee woo, wee woo. Oh, Dead Rising. Okay, that's really funny. Do you see what I find funny here?
No.
Dead Rising working title. It just stayed Dead Rising.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's funny.
They didn't actually change the title. I guess maybe they're like, well, Dead Rising, okay, that can be like the placeholder title. And then they're like, you know what? That actually kind of works.
It's pretty good.
It's actually pretty good. Another game that would be absolutely amazing in my opinion. I love Dead Rising. I love the original Dead Rising. Funnily enough, I never finished it. I made it to the very end of the game, but I never actually finished the game. I'm hoping to maybe do that one day. Because the last part of the game is actually really, really hard.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, and it was the game where it was like, yo, look how many things we can have on screen. Like, that's actually, like, a great example of a game that does that, right? It's like,
yeah.
Look how powerful our machine is. Look how much we can fit on screen. Hundreds of zombies. It's, like, nice. On Condemned Criminal Origins. There we go. That's very blurry, so you may be wondering how I know it's Condemned Criminal Origins.
I would say you got that really fast.
It's because I know that was the launch title, and just seeing like what was it? Like seeing, there's literally this bit with the board. Like, I'm not even kidding. I see the board here, and I see the general like alley environment. I'm like, that's Condemned right there. You know.
That's pretty sus.
So Condemned Criminal Origins, another really good game, in my opinion. I think nowadays it's seen as really not that good. Back in the day, it was like pretty solid. Now, really scary. In fact, I don't know if they're gonna mention it, like maybe next, well, because the 360 is gonna be out, so probably not. But I remember when the game was coming out, there was this picture floating around where it was 2 doors, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, one's made in-game engine, and the other is real life. Can you tell them apart? Right? And the answer was, no, they looked pretty close, but as some people in the GameFAQs thread that I remember pointing out, they said, or maybe I just figured it out later. I'm not really too sure. I think they said it. It's really easy to make something look super realistic when there's literally nothing else beside the door, and you can put everything into making that door look good, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like the game doesn't look that good in real life. It still looked really good for the time, though. Really scary game too.
That's pretty cool.
Although once you realize that the taser is like unlimited ammo, it becomes a bit less scary because then you can just tase everything and not worry about it.
Oh.
It has a recharge timer, mind you, but like, you know, it makes it a bit less scary. To go like, oh, there's an enemy, tase.
Tase and run away.
Tase and run away. I should get you to play Condemned sometime, though. It's really solid. See what you think of it.
Yeah. I mean, if you want.
Saints Row. Damn.
Oh man, I love Saints Row. I never played the first one, but the second one is one of my favorite open world games.
Yeah, did we recently buy the original? I think we did, didn't we?
We did, because I wanted it as part of my physical collection, so I bought it.
Yeah, notice how I say we got it. And Megan's like, yeah, I bought it for my physical collection. One day, Megan, we will have to put our collections together. One day.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, you guys heard
I'm
that
kidding.
first. You guys
I'm
heard that
kidding.
here. Okay, anyway. So Saints Row, yeah, so how can I put this? Saints Row was kind of like what GTA lacked at the time. I don't quite remember when GTA 4 comes out.
I believe it was 2008.
Was Saints Row before that? I don't quite remember.
Yeah, I think so. The first Saints Row. I think the second Saints Row came out around the same time as GTA 4.
Hold on, I gotta Google. I gotta Google because now I'm losing it. I think we talked about this before, and I remember like just on our own time. I remember being really surprised at what times they came out. Because yeah, Saints Row, the original one, came out August 2006. Saints Row 2, can you tell me what Saints Row 2? Came out 2008. GTA 4 came out also 2008. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
April. Because I remember... Because I think I played Saints Row after I played GTA 4. I'm pretty sure. So I was a bit late to the Saints Row train. But I remember playing Saints Row and going, you know, Saints Row feels like classic Grand Theft Auto. Right? Like, the cars are more arcadey to drive. They're not realistic like what GTA 4 tried to do. It's a bit more, like, cartoony with how everything is, as opposed to Saints Row GTA 4, which tried to be, like, real and gritty. Right?
Yeah.
And I remember just playing that and going, like, yeah, no, I like it for its own thing. And then the problem with Saints Row is then it leaned a bit too hard into the silly cartoony factor of it. And then I kind of lost interest around, like, after Saints Row 3, I think. Is when I kind of started going, like, yeah, okay, nah, this is a little bit too much for me. I'm just going to kind of get away from that. I love Saints Row 2, though. I love Saints Row 1, I love Saints Row 2. And I liked 3 for what it was. I just couldn't really get into 4.
Yeah, I kind of lost interest maybe about halfway through Saints Row 3. And I mean, I've tried playing Saints Row 4 a few times, but, like, it's a bit too much. I would like to eventually finish it. Maybe if we ever play it co-op.
Yeah, like, that'd be fun. Because, yeah, no, Saints Row is good, though. But, yeah, I don't know. I just remember it being, like, what old GTA was. Perfect Dark Zero, the game that absolutely failed. And that's why we have no more Perfect Dark. Because Zero failed that hard.
I didn't realize it failed that hard.
It was really bad. 99 Nights. This one's probably canceled.
I was going to say, I can't say I've heard of this one.
Let me see. 99 Nights. Here you go. Thank you, Google. Oh no, I think it might have actually come out. Oh no, it actually did come out, huh? In Japan first, funnily enough. You even got a sequel. What do you know? But it did pretty mediocre. It got mixed reviews, so it's not seen as good. I guess it's like a hack and slash.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I've seen this box art because it has the big N3 on it, with like the woman with wings and like a sword. Okay. All right.
Well, that's interesting.
DOA. I guess we're just not allowed to see that one up close.
No.
I guess we did earlier, but still.
We did.
I guess they're probably just ending it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, boop, screen's off now.
Bye.
Okay, so, yeah, what'd you think of that one? I think that one was okay. And I say that because I'm going to give them a little bit more slack because they're showing off a new console, but I like that they focused purely on that. Right?
Yeah, like they showed enough of the console, and like at the time, a lot of the stuff they had on the console was pretty revolutionary. So like it is kind of nice to see that. And I mean, they had a good selection of games. Obviously, there's at least a couple like Cameo that we've seen a couple times, but they had a lot of new stuff and a lot of very groundbreaking games. Like overall, I think it was a decent conference. So I'm kind of curious on how it's going to compare to Sony and Nintendo.
Yeah, me too. Right? Like I'm also really, really curious. Quite how it's gonna stack up. Yeah, I'll put it right there. Why not? Yeah, so I'm really curious like how it's gonna stack up to Sony and Nintendo. I find it really interesting, actually. I kind of forgot the 360 came out that early in the next generation. Because I'm trying to think how
it was the first one.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think how it went. Because I want to say it was 360, PS3, Wii.
I think the Wii technically came out first, but they both came out the same year. Like the Wii came out in like November, and I think the PlayStation 3 was like early December.
Okay, so they're both really close, if that's the case. Okay.
They were pretty much the same, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, you might be right, because I do want to... See, that's why I really want to get to 2006, because there's a lot I want to talk about with the PS3. And why the Wii was actually... Why it came out at such a good time, right?
Yeah.
And why it kind of beat the PS3, right? I want to talk about stuff. I'm not gonna talk about this year. I'm gonna save it. But overall, I kind of like Microsoft's conference. I saw good games. They didn't go into a lot of like stats.
Yeah.
Which is arguably one of the most boring parts of E3, and they showed good games.
It is. Yeah.
So yeah, no, pretty solid. Okay. So anything else you'd like to say, or are you done with the Microsofts for now?
No, I think I'm good. Like until we see more of the other ones, and I guess we could talk about it when we decide who won E3.
Indeed. This one might be really, really interesting. I'm wondering who is going to win this year.
Yeah.
Honestly, it might be Nintendo again. I know Nintendo usually does a good job. So I don't know. It's going to be close. But yeah, we'll see when we get there. I'm not going to try to pick favorites yet. I'm not even too sure what Nintendo talks about. I don't know what Sony talks about.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
But I like the 360 a lot, so admittedly I may be a little bit biased towards Microsoft as well.
Yeah.
If anybody has any like favorite 360 games you want to throw out there, let us know. I always like hearing about people's favorite games, especially if I don't know about them. Right?
Yeah, I'd love to hear about more games because I never grew up with the 360, so I would love to be able to go back and experience some of those games. I never got a chance.
Yeah, so feel free to let us know. And what you thought of the conference. Maybe you thought it was good, maybe you thought it was bad, maybe you thought it was boring. Like I said, we're gonna cover all of them, including the boring ones, in which case I don't think this one is boring. I know we're gonna get there eventually. I've talked about this before. Anyway, I guess that's it before I ramble. Alright, thank you very much everybody for watching. We hope you all enjoyed, but for now it is time we cue the outro. So frag out, and we shall catch you guys later.
Bye.